What's up, guys? We are back with another episode of Retro Rewind.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know who I am, I'm J3.
I'm Ronin Shogun.
Woo!
What's up? Dang, you do my effects with my katana sword. There you go. Shout out to the Bruce, Master Bruce. All right. You got it. That was a pretty good impression.
Bust a nut. Okay, so today, man, we're reviewing a classic.
Oh yeah.
One of those that kind of just like set the bar.
Man, open the door, change the floodgates. Original creativity, if you want to say all that, yeah.
Creative character.
Yeah.
The theme song.
Things, a lot of things.
The whole idea of it is the most kind of like, I'll say, legitimately one of those things where this could really happen in a sense of before his development.
Right.
Yeah. Like, you know, somebody messing with the kids and stuff in the neighborhood and stuff like that. That kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
This is what we call classic.
And this is also kind of the beginning of Wes Craven shipping into the 80s.
Oh, yes.
Because his career started in like the mid to late 70s. So he like kind of profoundly defined like different decades all the way up to his passing. Rest in peace to the late Wes Craven, man.
Oh, yeah.
But he was on another level when it came to just movie making and just reinventing the genre for like every decade. That's not easy to do.
It's not. And,
this man
and still
did
keep
it.
the same beat.
Yeah.
Still be entertaining, still fun, still, you know, scary, you know what I mean?
So like Nightmare on Elm Street, that's the movie that we're going to be talking about reviewing, 1984.
Surprise.
So this kind of came at a time where slasher movies was booming, like taking off, you know, like that mid peak.
This movie basically began Johnny Depp's career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
And he never stopped after that.
Right.
Actually played the character that looked like him. Edward Scissorhands. All right, so
for real though.
You guys know how we like to do retro rewind. We rewind the tape, we talk about the good, the bad, and we have fun with the movie. So,
fix the auto tracking on the VCR. All right, for
you
sure.
feel me?
Yeah. Remember that?
All right.
Time in the middle of the screen.
Joe.
Yo.
This is your movie, man. This is mine, though. I in this review, I will tell you how I would defeat Freddy, but
for sure.
Good or bad? What do you want to start with?
It's a lot of goodness. I'm gonna start with that.
You want to start with bad or good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Just rewatching it again. I'll say for the most part, this movie is very well directed as far as doing things creatively without a budget. Like that was some real technical things because you have to think about a slasher killer who's been in that realism, fantasy, supernatural realm.
Right.
And then kind of bringing psychological into it. So those things never really like kind of meshed before until that movie had came out. This was something new. And the idea of a villain, you know, going after people in the real world and in the dream was kind of new. So it was very inventive and creative.
Oh,
in a lot
yes,
of ways.
it was. Oh, yes, it was.
Bloody
Freddy. Yes,
these
sir.
are a lot of the positives. And then the villain himself having so much personality and enjoying what he's doing.
He was the first of that.
Yeah, showing him being really sadistic but having fun at the same time. He enjoyed this.
He did.
He had
argue with that.
punchlines and then you had fatalities. Like Freddy was creative and very inventive with his shit. Like it was very cool, like very different. Because normally you're used to the killer being very monotone and stoic, but Freddy had personality.
Yeah, he had a vendetta.
Yeah,
he made sure he made sure
he was the bad guy.
Yeah, he made sure you knew that.
So that was great, and that's a testament of Robert Englund's acting, man. He really brought some personality to it. Very comical, but still maintained the terror,
the fear. Yeah. The idea of his existence is what put a lot of people in fear.
Yeah. I like Craven's camera shots, his directing, very inventive kills. Like I thought the kills were creative. I was like, yo,
because it's like Dream World, but not Dream World. Really dope.
So it was like that counterbalance. Like, oh damn, she's in the real world, but she's stuck in the dream. So
she's stuck in the dream.
How do you capture that?
Yeah, and I think we all could say that. Just being human, we've had nightmares where we felt like we were stuck somewhere and we couldn't wake up.
Sure.
You know, there's that good old fashioned. You can't scream.
Right.
You're stuck like, you know. There's that dream that you're just falling to endless pits. You know, it's that dream where you keep reliving the same thing, like a deja vu. You know what I mean? Like we've all done that,
Yeah,
and
that's
Freddy
very weird.
thrives on that. You know what I mean? That's very
those
cool.
Cold sweats and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You
really
wake up like,
crazy.
oh snap, what happened?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I think one of my pros of this movie, something I really love about the movie, and it has to go with Freddy. I agree 100%. The personality of this villain / whatever was just so genius, because before that you had a lot of, like you said, stoic, straight, not saying much, don't say nothing at all, and just killing, and you have that. But you had a killer that had a personality, and his vendetta, even though he did wrong and he was punished for it, he was like, nah, G, I'm going to kill you for even trying to punish me.
Right.
And it was just like, okay, Freddy, so you were kidnapping kids, and the town said, enough of this fool.
Yeah.
He gets off, we kill him, he says, nah, it's just begun. I'm coming back in your dreams. That right there is scary, because people have weak dreams.
Yeah.
And we saw in this movie. You know what I mean? That's the most vulnerable place a person could be.
It's crazy, and like thinking that you've gotten rid of the evil, and then you kind of set him free and open up kind of the somewhat dimension, burning him alive and things like that. So he turned his factory into his little torture shack, his little place where he makes his weapons and things like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Even the way they set it up, him suiting up and getting ready to go, like it was crazy.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
You get like two different perspectives on revenge, because you get his point of view, and then you get Nancy, and then her family, and then the cop.
Yeah.
So you got different perspectives of, we're going after so and so. So that was really unique too, man. I like the different levels of story from each person's point of view of how they feel and what was happening at the time, and how they were dealing with whatever sleeping disorders that they were going through. Because that's a real thing too, like you said.
It was crazy, because you spoke on it. The fatalities, the murders.
Oh yeah.
They were very genius, and something that I wasn't. What this came out, 84?
84.
I wasn't born yet, but once I was able to see it, it's very genius ideas on how he killed people. Like he killed someone. You always have your sex scene, which I love.
Oh yeah.
And after that, he kills her in his dream. It was it's funny because it was very religious. It was a very religious movie, because Freddy couldn't get out with that cross on that wall.
Right.
And I really like that, because that gave us as people in the real world some type of faith and hope.
Sure.
That a higher power could stop Freddy.
Yeah.
You don't really get that in these type of movies now. They try to cast out religion, and you know what I mean, like vampires don't get hurt by holy water, and that's just water. You know what I mean?
Facts,
But back then, that belief of faith was really genuine, and I like that, because you can't throw a cross at Jason.
Right.
You can't throw a cross at Mike Myers, but you can do spiritual things to stop Freddy. And I thought that was cool, because Freddy was like, man, I can't get out of here, but I'm gonna knock this cross over, and it falls over, and Freddy's like, he's coming out. That was really genius to me. Really loved that.
That's very subtle detail. That's a good point you brought up. It also kind of factors into like those movies of like that era and things like that. Religion was a big thing in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So for them to put that in the movie, it meant something.
Yeah.
So you kind of got that sense that the directors were believers too. So they wanted to give that, they wanted to give an honest, good and evil story and balance it both. Like there's evil in the world, but there's also good too. So that's a good point.
Exactly.
I like that.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
And the acting. Usually in horror movies you get a lot of bogus acting and just outlandish situations where you don't believe people.
Yeah.
I think the teenagers, the kids in this movie did a pretty good job, for a horror movie, because Nancy was very believable. You could see the drain of her from a young girl that was so full of energy and just juggling a normal teenage life, and then getting encountered with Freddy, having a drunken mother, having a boyfriend that should believe but doesn't. That's one of my cons.
Okay.
And watching and seeing her friend get demolished, bro. Freddy killed her, bro.
Yeah.
Like he Freddy's just like that, bro. He leaves a mark.
Ruthless.
He's ruthless with his murders, man. I mean,
there's a reason he was put in Mortal Kombat as DLC.
He's ruthless.
He belongs in the tournament.
Like you never seen. I mean, you got Mike Myers. Mike Myers admires his murders. You know, he'll gut you up real good. Jason will rip your spine out or something like that. But Freddy really is a slasher. He's the definition of a slasher villain, hands down, because he leaves nothing but blood and guts, literally.
True.
So
it's art for him.
Exactly. Yeah. So seeing Nancy go through that, dealing with her dad, not really believing, her mom knowing the secrets but keeping it from her, I thought that was really dope. You know what I mean? Because as an audience goer, even though I watched it before, but you got to put yourself in that timeline when you watched it the first time. You're following Nancy, and you're actually, it's a journey trying to figure out who is Freddy and why is he doing it. Yeah. And Wes Craven did such a great such a great job doing that. And I had so much fun watching it. Especially, this is a movie you watch all the time. This is not a movie you watch once. It's every other year, every year, Halloween. Yeah. You can actually watch it any month. Doesn't matter. It's just really entertaining. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun with this one.
That's cool, man. What else can I say? I like the music. I thought the music was very
legendary,
memorable, very influential.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Yeah,
it's a joke, man.
Hey, they was getting down on that piano. Charles Bernstein, really underrated composer. He really gets no love though, but he comes out and he'll be a part of movies that you'd be like, oh, he worked on that. Mm-hmm. But this is one where he stood out and kind of made a name for himself though. But it's something about the piano and the chords, and very mellow, very subtle, not over exaggerated, but just to the point, getting themes across. Yeah. And getting suspense and momentum. And so music also plays a big factor, and I'm a big fan of like composed music in these kind of movies because they really do stand out, and it does add to the element. Because I can't imagine watching these kind of movies without music. It'd just be a silent film and it'd just be random scenes. Yes. But when you put that stamp on it, it's like, oh, okay, all right, we in it.
We doing something real right now.
So yeah, you know, got to give credit to that too. Music was hot.
The music was hot.
I like the creative ways of the victims being stalked. All that stuff was great, man. It was just something you really hadn't seen before, like just from a directing standpoint. Like this was unheard of. Yeah. But they took real life symptoms and created a story around it. And you can tell, like, from some portion of fiction there is some truth. Yes. You know, I really do think Freddy was based off of an actual real person.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, at that time frame, you gotta remember, like Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff was running around doing stuff to kids and people and men and just in general.
But they threw the fantasy on top of it. But
what's his name? The Manson guy.
Charles
Manson.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you look at it, because Charles Manson never blinked. Right. So did he sleep?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look. Freddy's created, and I think that's why Freddy's probably one of the most legendary horror slasher creatures. Because his whole mythos is really dope, bro. Like,
and what was that other killer? The Iceman? Yeah. George Kuklinski or something like that. Yeah.
Michael Shannon played him. I think that was dope. It was dope. It was good. That was
good. Yeah. Richard Kuklinski. There you go. Yeah.
And you know, it's cool when you see it because Freddy, he's mixed of all that. Like. Yeah. And he's burned. You can see what he really looks like. He's not hiding under a mask. All the wrong he's done is what he looks like. Right. He's bleeding. He's pussing. He's comedic with it. He's turning to creatures. He's like it before it. Like he just does things in the dream world that messes you up. He had them long horns, and messing with you and doing all these things like that and just tormenting you in your dreams. And that is like effed up because you have to go to sleep. Right. And you're going to dream. Like, for someone like...
you're fighting mentally and physically.
Yeah, because you think about it, someone like Mike Myers, right? You can get some rest. You can get on an airplane.
So, I like how you said so.
You can get an airplane, fly. I don't know, Jason. I'll say Jason. Because Mike Myers going to find a way in air. I don't know how he going to do it. Dun, like, how the hell he get in here, bruh? So, Jason...
Get off the plane, you at the terminal.
Dun, like, dude. Right. So, Jason, you can get some rest.
Yeah.
Because Jason just walks. Yeah. You know, you get on an airplane, fly to France. You know what I mean? You can sleep. But Freddy will kill you in your sleep. You can be anywhere in the world. You're going to die. You can be in space.
They all have their traits, though, because with Jason, it's like, don't get too comfortable. But he'll strike you when you about to have sex or something.
Yeah.
And then,
so stay a virgin. Don't sleep. Don't have sex no more. He won't kill you.
So you're on point with that. So they all have their traits.
Are you going to have sex?
Yeah.
He'll bring women. He'll buy prostitutes.
All right, now it's time to come on out. Yeah.
No, I don't want no pussy. But let's talk about the bad, man. What do you got bad about this movie? Nightmare on Elm Street, Wes Craven.
It's the boy who cried wolf scenario. So Nancy has all this truth, and she's experienced all this truth.
Right.
But then it's like, all right, it's a con, and then it's their lies, according to the people around her, the people that love her and supposed to be protecting her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a false accusation to them. They're like denying her and everything, and it kind of just defeats the whole purpose because she has the proof, she has the evidence, and it's like, okay, well, why can't you just believe it and present it and help her to stop it?
Exactly.
Instead of denying her every time.
Like she crazy or something.
And then when they decide to come around, it's a little too late. So that's kind of a big con, because if we're all kind of experiencing something, which we should all be trying to fight to stop this thing.
Exactly.
Just natural.
Exactly.
And
but
then, like,
that's horror 101.
Yeah.
I be damn, you know what I mean? Especially like in where we from, you know, I'm someone that's never experienced any type of schizophrenic behavior or just crazy. And for the first time, I'm telling you, yo, there's somebody, we all dream the same thing. That right there is a red flag. And I hate that about this movie, because everyone has the same dream. Johnny Depp tries to not pay attention to it, but we all had the same dream with the same guy at the same time.
And he made sure of that.
And I'm telling you, his name is Freddy. You're like, yeah, I saw the same guy in my dream. Don't worry about it. What? First off, that don't happen where you dream the same situation. That's when that shit should have been really taken serious. But I'm not even gonna blame them for being kids. That was just dumb. I thought that was really stupid in the movie, because I can see if Freddy disguised himself in different scenarios and gave people different nightmares, then it would be like, okay, I had a nightmare too, but it was different. But it was the same guy. He was doing the same thing.
A few of them had, I think one of them had one standout different one where he, we'll get into it when we break things down scene by scene. But I'll say, like, one of the characters from the movie didn't really give backstory on what he experienced.
Johnny Depp.
No,
the boy?
Rod.
Yeah.
He said, he was like, he alluded, he said, you know, guys can have nightmares too, no, but we never found out what his was, but he did have one. And then he had experienced the incident later on, and we'll get to it. But everybody else saw the same thing. He was the only one. We didn't get his story of how he encountered it.
And when the girl told her mother, this is what pissed me off. His name is Freddy Krueger, and she's like, right. Go away. Wait. Bitch, you were there. You killed Freddy.
Right.
You burned him. You was part of parents. She spoke a name she didn't know of in her dream. It's time to take this shit serious.
Yeah.
Like, Freddy's this guy.
The
this guy just.
The parents in the town was trying to cover it up.
But there's nothing to cover up. Yeah. Like, Freddy told him, I will be back.
Caused it.
Exactly. Yeah. I will be back.
Yeah.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. I don't know. But he's coming back. And his mother, the mom, was the dumbest factor in the dad in this movie. They knew who Freddy Krueger. Their daughter spoke the name Freddy Krueger. If I did something crooked, like, let's say, I'm Ghost in Power, and I kill Kano, and wasn't it Kano? I forgot. 50 Cent character. I forgot. Whatever. I said Kano from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
that's Mortal Kombat.
Oh, son.
Wasn't it Caden or something? I forgot. I can't think. I'm on this sheet. But anyway, 50 Cent character. So anyway, I killed 50 Cent character, and 50 Cent says before he died, "Hey man, I'm coming back to kill all you." Right? And then my son comes back and said, I had a dream about this guy named this and this, and he said he's coming back to kill us. I'm gonna take that serious. Like, how the hell you know about this guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, supernatural shit. And I just thought that the parents were so irresponsible in this, man. And it really, the mom was a drunk, the dad was in denial. It was like, even the neighbors, even Johnny Depp parents knew what's up, but they were acting stupid. Yeah. It was like, y'all dumb, man. How y'all get away with murder?
And his parents were so cold because they didn't want to get in the crossfire again. So they felt like Nancy's family was really the crazy ones trying to conjure up all this stuff back, when the fact was they were all interacting and experiencing something that was buried from decades ago. But his family was like, I don't want you messing with them no more. They trying to bring back old stories and things like that.
Yeah.
It was funny though.
I didn't like that.
And I think they were kind of, Johnny Depp's parents kind of had somewhat of a realism to them, because they were trying to look out for their son Glenn.
Yeah.
He was like, every time Nancy tried to contact him, call him, they were like, she's bad news.
She's bad news.
She's gonna get you killed.
But in reality, she didn't. She was trying to keep him up. He kept going to sleep like he taking this shit. He was taking it so lightly. And you know what? I would say that is not logical. But I know of someone who's just like that. You tell him like, yo, don't do that, man. Something might go down. He'd be like, okay, and go do it.
All right.
Like it's like monkey see, monkey do crap. It's dumb. Like he see somebody do it, have fun. You tell him don't do it, he'll still do it. Crazy shit. But I didn't like that about the movie. Another thing I did not like.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
You always having trouble, man. Always interrupting something. Another thing I didn't like was hold on real quick.
No, you good.
Sorry, y'all. I usually put my movie mode on.
Nice.
There it is. All right. So another thing I didn't like is that, you know, once Freddy, I think Freddy took it too far in a sense of just get the job done. Like, I didn't know what he was getting with by tormenting them.
Yeah.
Well, he could have just killed them. Like, he was chasing them, he was scaring them, he was getting long arms. Yeah, all this. It's like, they already effed up, bruh. Go in and kill them and end this shit. You know what I mean? Sneaking over the body, coming in. Like, what are you doing? Just go.
Those
like,
toys, it's playtime.
Yeah, but I never really understood that in this movie. Like, was Freddy trying to find a way in the real world? Because obviously he wasn't at the end. Because when she grabbed him and he came out, he went back in.
He faded away. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah.
Bills, rent, life. No, I'm good. I'm going back in that dream world. Freddy went back, bro. He couldn't handle it.
Ain't no taxes in the dream world.
Yeah, man. Shoot, I'm living here. I'm living my best life. You know what I mean?
Investments.
I ain't gotta eat, man. Shit, this is crazy. I love this.
That's right.
I just thought he lingered on with the deaths too much, and then
I didn't mind that because that was where the cartoon came in for real. It was like, oh shit, here you go again.
But that's what made it. That's what made it not scary to me.
But I think that works in his favor though, because he was so like into it, and it was just like, okay, fuck, all right.
I get you.
Because like, yeah, there is a level to it, but then it's like, all right, he's playing with them. Okay, so he knows obviously that he can't be stopped. Well, in his mind, his perspective, that's what he believes.
He on a whole different level.
Right. So it's like, you know, just when you have an invincibility, unstoppable kind of behavior, personality, you're like, all right, I can do whatever. I'm gonna just have fun. Mm-hmm. So this was fun for him. This is Playhouse for him. Like, that's what it was.
What else you got that you didn't like?
I will say one of probably the weakest characters for me probably was the mom. She was the only one that
she was in a way
that bothered me. Everybody else I could deal with.
She was just naive and
drunk. I like the dad, the sheriff, the late John Saxon. I thought he was cool.
Why didn't? This is not a like or dislike. It's just a question. But wouldn't? All right, I understand Freddy going to kill the kids. I get it. But why wouldn't he go in a grown-up's mind and kill them? They're weaker than the children.
That's very unusual because I guess
it's me. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good question because maybe they were already kind of had an idea of what they wanted to do or what they were going to go after or what was happening. They weren't thinking so much like, oh my God, he's after me. It was just like, what are the kids talking? They were so more focused on the kids. I think that's what they were. So the parents were just playing naive. They actually already knew what to do. So the thing was, what are our kids talking about? So they were trying to basically focus more on them. I think the parents had to be in the background, so that's probably why we didn't get their point of view of, oh, Freddy's coming, he's back and he's after us again. Like you said, I'm pretty sure they knew.
But another thing that's weird, and it's just a believable factor, when someone's dreaming and you watch their skin rip on some slices and you still saying, I don't believe it,
all right,
you're crazy. Y'all crazy, bruh. I'm dreaming and I got burn marks and shit. Like
yeah, Nancy had evidence, but I think the one that experienced it the hardest was are we getting into like a scene?
We can get into scenes.
Because it kind of goes into the positive though.
All right, so let me know more like, more dislike. All right, let's get into the scene. Right. Let's have fun, like Freddy.
So let me just start from the beginning then.
Go ahead.
Because the scene I was going to talk about was kind of like midway. Well, not really, but the scene where he's in the warehouse shack and he's suiting up and he's getting ready. He's getting his butter knives. He's about to go stalk Tina, and then she wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to school, and then she's the first to start really experiencing everything again. And then Nancy, and then Rod. Rod was the one that saw it the worst. He saw what happened to his girlfriend.
Oh, he saw it effed up.
So he was a believer already. But up until that point, we had never found out what his nightmare was like, because he just, when the girl asked him, she was like, yeah, did you have nightmares? He was like, we can have them too, So he alluded to that. But we never really saw her. Or maybe he was afraid to tell what his dream was.
That's what I'm saying.
But he did have one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then he had a second encounter with him when he was at the jail cell.
Yeah.
So that was when he was like, oh, shoot, it's worse now. But then seeing Tina get gutted and all that, then through the ceiling, and
that effed him up.
That was like opera and stuff. So it was nothing he can do. So even if he tried to fight, there was nothing to defend, because there was nothing in the room. Like, she was like being attacked here in the reality, but Freddy was in the dream attacking her. It was like, oh man, that was pretty harsh. So how do you explain that to somebody that doesn't understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
So his acting was like really on point.
Yeah, because I mean, he got hit in the face and jump with her body.
He had one of the funniest lines was when the cops went after him, and Nancy found him in the bushes. He was like, "Don't look at me like I'm some damn fruitcake." I saw the shit.
It was some real shit.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, for that murder to occur, and knowing that from the cop, like, the city's just dumb, because the cops in the investigation period, it was like a closed shut case with them, because we hear Tina screaming, Johnny Depp don't run upstairs, it's blood everywhere, all kind of shit, she's on the wall, upside down, everything. He ain't even got the strength to do that kind of stuff. Like, that's some kind of stuff where you get that sheriff from King of the Hill, when what's her name? No, not Nancy. Her name was she was messing with Hank's boss when they had the Sugarfoot restaurant. Anyway, whatever, I forgot. But
it'll come back to me.
It'll come back to me. But anyway, it's like you need that sheriff to really, I think they needed that sheriff in this movie to really break down the murders. Right. Like, Tina dies, and then Rod dies in prison, and then the massacre with Glenn's murder. Like, he went into bed and came out blood. Like, yo,
that was crazy. And then when Tina hit the bed, she exploded.
Did they even question the parents for this?
Nope.
But you go after the kid Rod?
Right.
Like, it's just it's
the one that should have lived.
Right? It doesn't make any sense. Like, they what are you gonna blame Rod? They didn't even blame none of the parents. Like, your son is exploded in the room.
He was smart.
Like, that shit make no sense. She's standing there talking about Freddy's coming, and everyone's like, yeah, well, anyway, your daughter's tripping again. Yeah. Like, you know.
The door was locked from your side.
Stupid. I thought the town was really dumb when it came to Freddy, and I think Freddy understood.
They were in denial. But you didn't hear nothing about it on the news. Everybody was hush about it. Yeah,
man.
The small town of Greensboro.
Dairy town over here.
It was crazy.
Man. It make no sense, bro.
So it's very of the times, which is cool, but in that sense, everyone should have been more alert and like ready, like shotguns at the door.
Because Freddy basically told him, I'm coming back.
Showing the kids how to use guns, something to make it, seem like we're ready to fight back.
You would think the parents would have trained their kids mentally.
Yeah, sure.
Not even they told them about Freddy, but mentally trained them to a strong state of mind. You know, I really enjoyed the scenes when Freddy, like when she figured it out, said, "Yo, I can't beat him in the dream world, but if I can get him to come out, we got something."
Oh yeah, we got him.
The final act is the best act to me in this movie, and I know I just skipped a whole bunch, but
because everything in between that is like mostly drama.
Yeah.
So you gotta talk about the hunting and tracking people down.
Yeah. Yeah. But when she figured that shit out, and Freddy was like, come here, and she was like, no, wake me up. He was like, oh shit, where he at? Yeah. He's like, oh, he's in the real world. And then like when he was burning, he was going on this, and he was melting the carpet and shit.
Oh, that was cool.
That was great. That was like that's when Wes Craven was like, yo, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, they had so much fun of him coming out of the dream world and getting bodied.
And he was still trying to bring that world with him.
He was still trying to bring it with him.
That was tight. I like the detail.
And then at the end, when he gets the mom, he sets her on fire, right? She turns to skeleton, and he brings her in.
Yeah.
Right? Why didn't he just do that in the beginning?
Playing.
Was it that he had to come out to get her?
Maybe.
Because
and it seems like she would be a factor to go after first because she knew about what happened. She was there when it happened, so I guess her family kind of orchestrated what was going on because she was like part of the neighborhood watch and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they made sure they band together to go put him away. So taking her out of the equation would have made sense.
Yeah,
you're right. I guess it was just a playful factor thing. Like I said earlier, he wanted to remind people that none of your friends, nobody you know, or anyone you're trying to protect is safe. So I guess he wanted to conjure up that fear of the town again, while everybody else is trying to erase that factor.
Yeah, and that was dope. That was really dope.
So he used the kids to remind the neighborhood, Greensboro.
I see what you're saying now. Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense. For the most part, though, it was a very simple but in-depth movie.
Oh yeah. Funny at parts too.
It's very funny. Like, for you to laugh at death like that, is really dope.
But at the same time,
she got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So like, that's a plus.
Yeah, and I can imagine watching it back in '84 because you remember, like, before that it was Jason and then it was Mike Myers.
I know folks just made money that weekend. Everybody went to the grocery store. We buying coffee. I'm not sleeping.
I'm staying up.
You feel me? So that's dope marketing.
Before I give a grade, I want to just explain, like, if Freddy did exist, right? And let's say Freddy went after us or whatever.
Yeah.
How would you beat Freddy, or could you beat Freddy?
The New Testament, man, Holy Bible.
Okay. So
and maybe
so once he shreds the pages out the Bible
with an actual cross on it.
So you'll go to sleep with your weapon.
Yeah.
Right.
Something, you don't want to. I mean, you vulnerable either way, but at least you have something that gives you some type of comfort when you close your eyes, because you're gonna fall asleep to an extent, even though you're fighting it. You're gonna fall asleep some type of way, but you're holding on to some type of defense.
Got you.
That's keeping you at.
And that's happened on multiple Reddits.
Yeah.
Like, you fall asleep with a knife. You know what I mean? You come in, he's like, oh, what is this? Where'd you get that weapon from?
And then you're gonna close your eyes real tight, and then he take the weapon away. I got my scripture. I got a little backup. You know what I'm saying? He's reading Exodus again. And he fades away.
That's easy, right?
Yeah.
I think that's easy. For me,
something.
I am so into comic books and shit, man. I'm not gonna lie, G.
He spins around. Oh no,
Freddy,
not the Book of Genesis.
Freddy could not get me, bro. I will F Freddy up, bro. I will become Superman, Batman, Flash in my head.
That's tight.
That touching me. He be like, what the? He has super strength. I mean, shut your little ass, bro. Go and mess with them weak minds. Good. I'm a hero over here, bro.
Yeah, that's how it's got to be.
Turn the freaking Black Noir in there, bro.
Man. And that's the thing, Freddy picks and chooses. Like, he knows who's strong.
He knows who to go at.
And he knows who's weak. Yeah.
Freddy ain't going after them real thugs, them real gangbangers.
Oh shit, here they come.
Hey, where you from? What's up?
Elm Street.
What is this? Hey, nah, what's up, bruh?
I want to see that movie.
And then he turns up Bloody Freddy. He come out Bloody Freddy.
That would be
Bloody
tight.
Freddy.
Elm Street.
If you want to go to war, then I'm ready. I'm gonna kill you in your dreams. You know what I mean?
That would be
It's
tight.
85 and shit on that. That's
multiverse.
I can see it happening.
And Freddy might hang in the hood though for a little bit.
Freddy be a blood.
He come in.
We already seen it. He'll be a blood, bro. Jason be a crib.
He got his own car already.
Man, Bloody Freddy,
He's
bro.
there.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you guys know what Bloody Freddy is, go check out Israel 85, man. It's the most funniest thing ever,
Classic.
man.
Yeah.
Turn to Bloody Freddy, man.
Animated movie quality sketches.
But like, wait, Freddy, don't kill me. Wait. What do you mean? You want to make millions? What do I need millions for? You can be a rapper. You got bars? I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, snap. Well, come on me. Hold my hand and we'll come out this dream, bro.
That's dope.
I can see it. But
yeah.
Time to give Nightmare on Elm Street a grade.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go first on this.
All right, yeah.
I really enjoy Nightmare on Elm Street. I think Freddy Krueger is probably one of the best creatures created since, well, I mean, out of the big three. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the big three.
The big three.
Really
He's one of the best.
Yeah.
Because they all have their own special traits. Mike Myers just pops up. Jason, he has that don't have sex. And then Freddy's like, y'all burn me, I'ma kill you. I love it.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street is easy for me to say that it is an A- film.
Okay.
Hands down. As a horror movie, it hits all the beats. You get your murder, your comedy. Lord knows you getting that them curse words. Freddy's a curse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I love it. And you get your sex
He's
scenes.
Def Jam killer.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
You get your sex scenes, you get all that shit, and I love it. It's dope. A- for me.
Nightmare on Elm Street, A+ for me.
Okay.
This is one of those top 10 slashers for me. It's in my tops. It's one of my few favorite Wes Craven films on his list. This movie has it all. It's very inventive. It's original. It's creative. It's fun. It's spooky. It does something new with the genre, giving a supernatural slasher and fantasy all roamed into one.
Yeah.
So it's got elements of comic books. You got dark humor, and then you got drama. It's got everything in it. You got a nice young teen cast. This movie just came together really well, and it was something fresh. Again, reinventing the genre for the 80s. Like, this movie's a pioneer. A+.
I'm gonna say this. Johnny Depp don't look the same. Like I see Johnny Depp.
It caught up with him age.
But I don't see Johnny Depp. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like he sound the same, but I mean, right here you can see it. But all that facial structure, he just looked different to me. This was fun.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Joe.
Oh, no problem.
If you guys enjoyed this content, go ahead and push that subscribe button, thumbs this video up. Do not forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm J3.
On the Shogun and Ninja Assassin. Uh-oh.
Open the door. We out.